Welcome to another one of my videos. You can help support this channel by subscribing and liking and by grabbing some of my free ebooks. Today I'm promoting Beauty of the Beast, a classic retelling of Beauty and the Beast, but it has a lot more adventure, swordplay, and the woman is the one that turned into the beast. And I'm also promoting Obelin's Dragon Rite, a story about the bonds of friendship. You can read the first ebook of both of these series for free. I'll leave a link in the upper right hand corner and one in the description to my website. And now to the video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Leopard Spotted Curry and how to make it. This is my original creation, so I hope you do enjoy it. I will leave a link in the description to my website to a page especially for the Leopard Spotted Curry, if you would like to find out more about its creation and where you can purchase some of the ingredients. Isn't this just gorgeous? Look at the awesome leopard-like spots in this dish. Not only is it appeasing to the eyes, it's also really good, and this dish is vegan and packed full of nutrition. Not really into vegan dishes? That's okay. Later on, I'll be coming out with a leopard spotted chicken curry dish. I'll leave a link in the description once I've actually completed the video. So you might be wondering, how do you get these awesome looking leopard spots in this dish? Well, let me tell you, it is the #1 very important ingredient for this dish, and it is bananas in pajamas. Yes, bananas, the ultimate fruit.
Good one.
No, I'm serious. The banana is what gives the curry its spots. So now let's get to the recipe. You will need 4 cups water, salt and pepper, 2 teaspoons curry powder, 1 medium potato, a half of a bell pepper, 1 spotted banana, and 1 cup coconut milk unsweetened. If you're not fond of bell peppers, you can substitute it with 1 small onion. And if you want a little bit more nutrition or substance in the curry, you can actually add a bag of stir fry. This recipe does not call for it, but as I said, it's just something extra that you can add to it. The most important thing in this process is the selection of the bananas. Now I suggest that you grab at least 3 of them to bring home and ripen so that you can select the best one out of the 3 for the recipe. Now these bananas have ripened for only about 3 days. Their spots are small. It's okay to use in the recipe this way, but you actually want the larger spots. So allow them to ripen even more. It'll also bring out even more sweetness to the curry. To ripen the bananas, never put anything like saran wrap around the stems, and you can also put them in a paper bag to decrease the time it takes for them to ripen. And this is how you want the spots to look like on your banana. You want them a little bit larger, nice and brown looking. And yes, isn't that just gorgeous?
Are you out of your mind?
No. Maybe. No, definitely no. Anyway, it doesn't hurt to try things that are new. You'll be surprised by how this does taste. So let's get started on the recipe. I'm going to be using a stainless steel wok, but you can use a large saucepan. Start by putting the 4 cups of water in, along with the 2 teaspoons of curry. Now, if you find you don't like spicy stuff, start with just 1 teaspoon of curry, but the recipe does call for 2. And later on, it is easier to add more curry than to try to take it away if you find that it's not spicy enough for you. Next is salt and pepper. I didn't measure it. I just put about 7 shakes of the pepper and then about 22-23 shakes of salt. Don't put a lot of salt, more than that to begin with, because at the end you'll just salt to taste once you're finished with the sauce. Next, you're going to take the potato, thoroughly wash the outside, get in all the grooves because you're going to leave the peel on, and then you're going to cut it up into very tiny pieces. The smaller the pieces, the faster it will cook. And if you have any bad parts, just throw it in your compost or in the trash. And then you're going to add these to the water. And then once you have added the potato to the pot, you will turn it on high and get it to boil. Once it starts boiling, then you will turn it down to simmer. In the meantime, while you're waiting for it to start to boil, you can go ahead and cut up half of your bell pepper. You're going to want to dice it also. And don't forget to stir the potatoes every once in a while they're boiling and or simmering. And once the potatoes have boiled for about 4 minutes, you are to go ahead and add the bell pepper to the mixture now. And once you do that, you can also stir it again. And while those ingredients are simmering, we're gonna cut the banana. Now I'm using scissors. Now these are my vegetable scissors. They're only used on fruits and vegetables. Just makes it a lot easier to cut things. The banana will be delicate because it is so ripe. You're gonna cut off both ends and throw those away or compost them. Now the fruit of the banana, it doesn't matter what you do to it because it's going to become mush in the curry. It's the peel of the banana that you're wanting to look good. So you'll be cutting the banana peel into about inch long triangular pieces. Again, the banana fruit itself doesn't matter, it's going to become mush. The appearance of the dish depends on how you present these skins, and you want them, the banana's just going to fall all out, so don't worry about that. But look, you want these little pieces so that it makes the dish the dish it is. You want it to be all spotted. See how they look? And you're just gonna, like that one's a little big. Oh, it was already cut. It just stuck together. Anyway, so about bite-size triangular pieces. Again, the fruit's not gonna matter. The fruit might actually drip while you're cutting it. That's okay. That just tells you it's really ready for this recipe. So dump the bananas in with the rest of the ingredients, and you're going to continue to simmer these items. Now I turned it off because I have to go back and forth to record, so I didn't want it to overcook. But you do definitely want it to continue to lightly simmer. And like I said, the bananas will eventually almost evaporate or just become part of the broth for this curry. And once you add the banana, let it simmer for about a minute. So while it's simmering, let's go to the coconut milk. Now I really like this Thai kitchen coconut milk. It has 2 ingredients, coconut and water. And it's not in a can, so you don't have that can taste to it. So go ahead, once the minute is up, pour the 1 cup of coconut milk in your ingredients. Now remember, it's supposed to be simmering. For the video, I have to keep turning it off because I am videotaping by myself. But anyway, then stir the ingredients while they're simmering. Now you're going to let it simmer for another minute, and once that minute is up, then you're going to taste the broth. So get a special utensil, and if you're sharing this dish with anyone else, and spoon out a little bit of it and taste the broth to see if you need to add any salt. That's the only purpose for this, is you might need to add more salt, and you might find that the curry is not spicy enough for your taste. Add maybe half a teaspoon and then taste the curry again if you feel it's not spicy enough, and then continue the process until it comes up to the spiciness for your taste buds. I just needed to add more salt and kept doing so until it tasted to my liking. And don't forget to keep stirring. And now all you're waiting on is for the potatoes to completely cook up. You can start testing whether or not your dish is done by testing the potatoes. You just grab maybe about 2 pieces. Make sure you get like the bigger pieces. Take a fork to them You basically want them to fall apart when the fork goes through them. Now these are cooked but not cooked enough. They're still somewhat between the hard and mushy stage. So I'm gonna let it simmer for another minute or two. You can just keep checking every 2 minutes, and once it's done, turn the heat off, and you can leave it on the heat to keep it warm. You can also put a lid on it if you're not gonna be eating right away. And once it's done, you just serve it on rice. Doesn't that look so good? It is a nice, sweet, spicy curry. And oh, does it taste good. Now, if you don't want to put it on rice, I would suggest just adding a second potato to the dish and just eat it by itself. Here I have presented it on a plate so that you can see it a little bit better, but I like to basically drown my rice with the curry sauce. So I actually am going to put mine in a bowl to eat. So grab your chopsticks and/or spoon and you're ready to go. This recipe with rice makes about 4 servings. Well, that is actually it for this video. I am going, oh look, doesn't that look great? I am actually hungry and I'm gonna go eat. If you try this recipe, come back and let me know what you think about it. Also, I welcome any critiques on how I set up this recipe video. It's one of my first ones, so I use some pointers. Enjoy the food.